Welcome to New Possibilities. I speak truth to power without fear. Today, one of my subscribers sent me a news article from The Root, and I think that this is very important. I want to thank that subscriber for sending me this story. It's a very important story that I think people need to be aware of. It's another example of the school to prison pipeline problem that exists in the black community. So, in Missouri, they have this new law that makes any fight among students a felony, regardless of the age of the student. And depending on the classification of the felony, whether it's a class D or E felony, a student can face between 4 to 7 years in prison for engaging in a schoolyard fight. Common activities. Even though everybody opposes fighting, obviously, but fights are common in schools. And essentially, what they are doing is criminalizing bad behavior. And this article in The Root points out how African Americans are disproportionately penalized and disciplined in the Missouri school system. Like 14% of African American students in Missouri schools were suspended from school. That's like far more than the number of white students suspended. So we know that this law is probably going to have a disproportionate impact on black students in the school system. So black students are going to be basically piped into the prison system if this law is allowed to stand. And I hope the people of Missouri rise up and have this law repealed, because this law is going to disproportionately affect black students, and it's going to affect other students as well. Students who are engaged in bad conduct are going to be criminalized for that. Just think about how many fights many of our friends have been in and many of us have been in school. Just imagine what would happen if we had been incarcerated for a simple schoolyard fight. What kind of devastating impact that would have on our future? We already have a devastating problem of mass incarceration in this country, where you have high numbers of people locked up, one of the highest incarceration rates in the world. And black people are overrepresented in the prison industrial system. We don't need to pipe our children into that system. So this law needs to be repealed. And if I find that there's a petition against this law, I will post it in the description box, and I will encourage you to sign that petition. All the people in Missouri need to be reaching out to their governor, to their state legislature, to demand the repeal of this ridiculous, repressive, and oppressive law.